Let's continue playing Phoenix Point. When we last left off, we have the Time Vault mission available, which I'm tempted to do in all honesty. But we also have a few things coming online soon. We have the request for the sword coming back, which should hopefully deal with some things. We have more exploration down here to be done. And we have a S.T.E.V.E base that I'm honestly convinced we can't get to in time. So I am actually going to ignore it and go for some more exploration points. Because it's going to be far more important for us to get things online. Most importantly, a medical bay here, in all honesty. So let's go area scan and explore. Extreme danger and such trouble. They're only lightly armed. We're going to accompany them. Which gave us 30 skill points, but didn't actually give us all that much comparatively. We didn't lose any stuff for that, though. You know what? Let's actually go and do some trading while we're here. Because we could do with getting a few more materials sorted out. Okay, so we got all the materials we could grab from there. Is that enough to build a medical bay here? It is. Okay, so that will allow us to actually heal up the staff we've currently got here and allow us to have a platform to try and, you know, defend some of the S.T.E.V.E forces down here. Might be worth going down here as well, see if we get some additional trades off. Not much in the way of resources, but honestly, that should be fine. 109. They want food. They produce food. They are doomed. Can I set up a second area scan? I can actually. All right. Well, this just doubles up our time, so we'll stick there for the moment.
Haven destroyed.
Yep, they are. Oh goodness, we found a couple. Let's go and explore up here. This one's likely to be safe because it's not in the mist.
It's under attack.
Oh, I've run out of excuses now. That one's actually savable. But that's already been taken care of. Okay. Well, Thunderbird 2 might as well go and... I'm tempted to move him back there, but I don't... Oh. That wasn't quite what I meant. Living quarters, so they can actually restore hit points here. This one, though, has the medical bay training facility and living quarters, so we will head back to here, restock and heal for the moment.
Research complete.
Paralyzing weapons are gone. Good. Medical nanites could be interesting. They need a bunch of capture missions we don't currently have available to us. Alright. Let's watch the madness happen. Oh, we are going to be extremely hard done by when this fails. Alright. Ton of resources, but I feel this might be beyond us. Okay, so protect the key forces. We can see we don't have a lot of buildings left, but obviously our rewards are going to be directly based on that. Okay, let's move up to start. So we can deploy a turret here, but it's a really restrictive turret location. So it'd almost be better for us to move to a wider arc here. I mean, that's got a lot more... Yeah, so going over here actually has a lot more benefits for us comparatively. So let's do that. Enemy spotted. What was that? That's a new one. What the heck is that thing? think I know where we're deploying our turrets.
Heading out. Deploying tech.
Alright, let's move up. I'm suggesting there's an enemy bat there. Oh, let's set up an overwatch. She has to cover that possibility off. And then you're coming straight back because we need that turret on this side of the map. And those as well. So all the fun things. Right, we absolutely then have to deploy another turret here.
Quick.
And I have a feeling we're on the defensive for this one.
What's our plan?
Yep, deploy turret. Oh, Steve has not had a good run of things, but you know what? He's had some hard times. Alright, what's in here? I was hoping for some more grenades, actually, but... Poison crossbow quiver's not a bad thing for us to have at this point. I'm not going to access it, though. Let's go Desperation Spider Drone. He'd just be run over, but incidentally, as this thing attacks us, I'm just realizing. How armored is it? It's a good question at this point. Not that I can see it from there, admittingly. Set up an overwatch.
Holding position.
We do know we got mine fraggers to worry about, so... Is panic a good option against this thing? I don't know. That might be our only option, really, considering. Right. Let's go. It knows something's here. That's attacking the spider drone's not a bad way. And actually, if that's all the spider drone does, I'm actually quite happy with that as a result. We have those nearby, of course. Well, it didn't do a lot. Also, that thing's not moved towards our turrets, which means it's not actually in a good position for us to deal with right now.
Taking aim. Hostile down.
Don't want mind control. We're going to run out of shots if we keep doing that.
Channel open.
How do you be more accurate in this situation? Alright. Fine. Let's move up, throw up another turret.
Deploying.
We'll just have an Overwatch. We know it's coming this way, so... Here we go then. Poisoned and gooed. And it moved out of turret range again. God darn this thing! I'm not doing anything about that for right now. Especially if there are now two of them. My best bet is going to be mind control at this stage. To deal with that anyway. Nice to know our turrets are wasting their shots on worms right now. But hey, one of them down. Acid worm's a reasonable target from here. You let me have a go at that and then just decided there was a wall in the way afterwards. Game is being consistent as always. Right. Okay, I think this is going to be the least fun turn I've had for a while. Honestly, I feel something needs to happen to this thing. And it's not going to happen today. Honestly, this feels like the only option I've got. I have 0 explosives. I have 0... Ah, God damn it. Right. So we know what the problem's going to be. We also know that we can't really deploy turrets on turn 1 because it's not going to do any good for us. So we're going to move wide and we're going to
Making haste.
see what happens from it. Then we're going to get absolutely bombarded with poison worms in the next turn. Were there any explosions in here? I didn't even think to confirm this. No, not really. Yeah, we have one poison bomb, and that is the entire extent of our explosive power at this point. Alright, turn 1 down. Turn 2, we'll see if we can get some turrets out. Problem is, it's hiding in the perfect shell of a building right now, which means turrets are a bit silly at this stage. Can't do anything about the Chiron.
Comes online.
Right. So we need at least 2 points in order to deploy and have
Repositioning.
this ready for next round. So deploy turret there. 1 down. You're going to move up because we want the second. We want turrets 2, 3, 4 in close proximity to each other. Next up, we're going to move you up to there, and we'll have an overwatch in this direction. Next up, we're going to deploy a spider drone. Which I'm not convinced is going to do an awful lot, but it might be able to deal with some of the minor threats, who knows.
I'm going.
Spawning Abdomen has got 40 points of armor. As we would expect. Alright. This is going to be a rough turn.
Ready to fire.
It also has 50 points of armor. Carapace is basically unbreakable. So the only hope is leg shots. If I've convinced it to actually come out and try to play. I mean, it's brave, but you're doomed. This is just literally eating him. Oh, and you of course missed by 1. Didn't do any damage to you though. Hey, you know what? It's actually doing some damage.
What's our plan?
This is actually kind of amazing. Toss on a spider drone. See what we can manage here. Can't do anything on the psionic side of things. But we... Oh, no, we don't do enough damage with that gun.
Ready for action. All I need is a clear shot.
Alright, legs out. Alright, 2 legs are down. I'm honestly half tempted to just go turret deployment here.
Deploying tech.
And I have 2 shots. I should probably concentrate on this mind flare though. Yeah, there's one. But the downside is I have a feeling you're about to That's my personal impression about what's about to happen here. Turret there with a good reply. So what are the chances of capturing one of these things alive? None, as I'm fairly certain I've got no points, none of those left. No, it's decided it's had enough of that. Annoyingly, that puts it out of the range of our turrets, I think. We do have a spider drone nearby, so hopefully that'll deal with those. And those. These Arftons are less armoured, which is probably thankful based on everything. Oh, please blow up there. That'll look good. Oh, spider drone, you have saved us once again. Alright. How to prevent imminent death and destruction then. Fire at that one. So apparently killing off a couple of its legs didn't prevent the monster leap, but fine. We have successfully disabled 3 of its legs so far. There's a reasonable shot at killing it, but I think we do have to worry about that thing. I don't know if a psychic screen does anything in this situation. Spawning abdomen does absolutely nothing, so torso shell. It's having a bad day. I don't think it's having a bad enough day, though. Not for our purposes. Oddly, I can bash it with this, which doesn't feel like a great move. It doesn't seem happy. In fact, that was a panic move by the look of it. Oh no, it hasn't. I haven't quite got that bad. More acid worms. We knew that was coming. Well, let's see how the turrets go. Because now we've got no cover from the guns. Also, that was a well-positioned turret. Alright, you're in recovery. You can't do anything either. I've got acid worms everywhere. I've got that about to come down. No, I can't win this mission. Ultimately. This cannot be won.
Targeting. One less to worry about.
That's all my movement for this turn. I've got you that's going to mind control one of our guys anyway. It is in panic now. It's useful, but not massively so, because it's still producing mind flayers every turn. Another one. It doesn't appear to be able to use that. It can't do the goo either, which is an interesting weakness I wasn't expecting for the aliens to have, but I guess it makes some sense. And then 3 more acid worms every turn. So basically I have 4 extra enemies every single turn. I only have 4 units to begin with. and I'm being ground down as this goes on. Doesn't help that one of my guys was just literally eaten. Hey, I killed that thing.
Attempting to reposition.
You need to recover. You need to recover. So the only person I can actually do anything with is you.
That was a kill.
Reload.
Reloading.
Unless I actually kill a certain mind flayer, I'm going to be down another person at the very least in a moment.
Moving to position.
In many ways, it was a great shot.
Target missed.
Looks as if a Chiron's not going to fire this turn, which is at least something. Sauron, on the other hand, is going to go for mind control. Yep. Another one down. Exactly one person with any kind of movement this turn, and all I can really do with it is, yeah. Well, we killed the big guy, but honestly, I don't know.
I'll try to get there in one piece. I need an angle.
I have one person capable of doing anything at this point because I only have one person. It can't do enough damage. I'm surrounded by two gunners. I have my own psyker down. And the best move I can probably make, and I didn't make it initially because you're about to die as well, by the way. Knock that off. Lose one, lose two, lose three. Game over. I may restart. I may work something else out here. I may just not do this mission, but I've got to be honest, I feel this game might have beaten me. Because it feels like I can't win missions again, and this is on easy now. There's little excuse here. I have upgraded troopers. I've been keeping up to date with as much of it as possible, but I just cannot defend any of the bases at this point. How on earth do you deal with Escalia as well as everything else going on? Because it was just that and the Chiron, which initially it looked like it might be, then fine. And then suddenly I get a bunch of extra troopers as well turn up about 5 turns later. It took me about 6 turns to kill that darn thing. All the while, I had acid worms everywhere. I mean, I know I was down one person, and I know we did get one person immediately eaten, but... Oh, what were my other options there? I don't know. Anyway. I'm going to end the video here, and we shall see about going forward. So, until then.